Meikyuu continues to conquer the first floor of the labyrinth. It's time to defeat the first floor boss. Let's go. Remind a little of the working mechanism of the labyrinth. Only one team is allowed to fight the boss at a time. Otherwise, the boss won't appear. While Meikyuu is still worried about whether the boss is strong. Well, Roxanne says it's just grass to you. Moreover, conquering floor bosses also has some surprises. If the previous party dies, I can still pick up the items. Meikyuu is ready to wait for the boss on the first floor. It turned out to be just a bigger version of the tree monsters. Roxanne is the vanguard to attack first. Watching her PK is so cool. As for Meikyuu, he took advantage of the chance that the boss wasn't paying attention and carried a sneak attack. It doesn't seem to have any effect on the boss. Afterward, Roxanne caught its attention. Meikyuu gets the chance to pick up another one. This time the boss logged out. After the battle, Roxanne felt the boss attack was easy to dodge. Then it's fantastic. Defeat the boss just now. It also reaps a lot of benefits. Roxanne has a new job that is gathering herbs. By the way, Meikyuu asked more about Roxanne's beast skill. Speaking of which, it's a vital AoE skill. But in return, chanting spells. When chanting mantras, the performer needs to be highly concentrated. That would leave an opening for the enemy. Therefore, it is. Because Meikyuu always performs chanting. Most simply. Next. Both of them entered the second floor of the labyrinth. Meikyuu learns he can go back to eat the boss one more time. He also want new skills. But unexpectedly, he was directly taken out of the labyrinth. At this moment, in order not to be embarrassed in front of Roxanne, Meikyuu made up a silly excuse. Meikyuu worried about being exposed. Unexpectedly, Roxanne believed it. After that, the two returned to the first floor boss room to conquer and found that the boss knew how to use magic, so Meikyuu quickly rushes to attack it. Final. Meikyuu teamed up with Roxanne to take down the boss. Roxanne wondered about the fainted boss's magic. It's all thanks to this kid's ability to stop chanting. This time, Meikyuu has acquired a new skill. Then he immediately used it. See, it's an antidote. Only now did Meikyuu realize that he had been playing recklessly all along. After returning to the Adventurers Guild, Meikyuu buys a few more energy drinks. You have to pay its valid price. Meikyuu wondered if I had an inner 30% discount. After thinking for a while, it turns out that traders have skills that help them calculate complex math operations. And here, the 30% discount is meaningless. Meikyuu and Roxanne continued to conquer the second floor labyrinth. This time a new monster appeared. Looking at it, Meikyuu found it disgusting. As for the tree man, Meikyuu still has one shot to finish the job. Think how terrible this caterpillar is. It turns out the same. Too weak. This time, Meikyuu received new knowledge. The number of monsters that spawn simultaneously is proportional to the number of floors in the labyrinth. Meikyuu continues to hunt monsters. Unexpectedly, he encountered a caterpillar that could release silk this time. So he was restrained. But this one played stupid, went into close combat with him. So logged out right after. Feeling a bit troubled, Meikyuu hasn't decided to go hunting for tree people first. On the way back, Meikyuu has thoughts about hunting monsters without the AoE skill. It's time-consuming and dangerous. Suddenly, Meikyuu's unexpected behavior towards Roxanne makes her think Meikyuu is up to something. It turned out that what Meikyuu wanted to tell Roxanne was that a guy was looking in the direction of the slave shop. Most importantly, he's a thief. Meikyuu immediately came to warn Boss Alan about this. But he doesn't seem to mind. But after knowing that is a thief, then he immediately thought this might have something to do with Meikyuu. It all started with the enslaved person that Meikyuu sold to him. That enslaved person was promised to be purchased by a group of 2 men. From what Mr. Allen heard, they asked him about the bandit's headscarf. Meikyuu asked about the guy's situation and knew he's waiting in the back room. Although Mr. Allen learned that they were thieves, maybe through that guy to break into the shop. But Mr. Allen still doesn't believe that's possible. Because he enslaved people who knew how to fight, he was not afraid of losing. Although Roxanne has been sold, she has not forgotten the people who have been grateful to her. Meikyuu immediately made an offer that he wanted to be hired as a security guard for Mr. Allen. He immediately agreed, but there were a few minor conditions. Not worth mentioning. Roxanne also thanked Meikyuu for helping her with this. After agreeing with everything, Meikyuu temporarily goes forward. Once again, Roxanne apologized to Meikyuu for her selfishness. It's no big deal. Meikyuu advises Roxanne not to blame herself too much. So Roxanne immediately cheered up. It's time to start taking action. This time Roxanne also wanted to go on a mission together. Seeing how determined she was, Meikyuu agreed. Meikyuu went to Boss Allen's place. After seeing the master's large, black slaves, he was amazed. Final. It all started with the plan ambush,